Hey guys, how's it going? It's gonna be a good day in the garden today. It's still a mellow garden week. We haven't had any more progress on the greenhouse. We're still waiting for it to show up. Should be here literally any day at this point. Just kind of waiting for a few more things to be finalized on it. We're making sure that with shipping that it's coming and it's coming with a forklift because we don't have certain access. We've had a couple things in the past be delivered and they got delivered with a pallet jack. And so we want to make sure that this isn't getting delivered on a pallet. We want to make sure it's getting delivered with a forklift because if it comes on a pallet jack, then that means that it's not going to get off the truck. We have a gravel driveway and that just won't work. So just getting all the logistics for that. But like I said, any day it should be here and then we can make major progress on the greenhouse. So until then, easy days in the garden, and I love a good easy day in the garden. I've got a couple things that I need to get in the ground. One of them is the impatient, the Rockapulco coral reef right here. I was supposed to plant this the other day, totally forgot. I have a huge drift of them and I've got one more to go in. I just totally forgot about it. And then I also have these really pretty Australian violets. They can kind of grow like crazy. They spread by rhizomes underground, but I've got 3 of them and I think I have some really good places for them to go. I want to make sure that where they're going, they can kind of stay pretty contained, and one of the places that I've got for them to go, this should be able to be super contained. So let me turn the camera around and I'll show you guys where these are going to go. The one impatient is going to go in here. I had this one that died, or it's dying. Let me show you. See how bad that looks? It doesn't look very good. So that one, when I was digging holes, my shovel accidentally dropped and it landed on that one. So I knew I broke off a pretty big branch, but I didn't realize that it definitely landed right in the middle of it. So we'll see what happens with it. I'm not going to replace it. I'm going to let it try to survive. Hopefully it makes it. But I do want to plant the last one that I've got right there. I think that'll be perfect. And then I have this section right here under the willow tree that's dropped down. I've got a tree ring in here with the metal edging. And inside there, I just kind of let the grass grow wild. And then I also have some amaryllis bulbs in there, some naked ladies. And I love them. I think they're so pretty under the willow tree. But I need to come in and I want to pull all of this out now. And then the foliar growth, you can see how it's all dying back right here. So it's time to pull all of the foliar growth out. What the amaryllis do is really, really cool. So they let all of their foliar growth come up all winter long for us. And then right before summer hits, the foliar growth all dies back and then it just shoots up these bloom spikes. And so that's why they get their name, naked ladies, because there's no foliar growth when the blooms are blooming, which is super interesting. So you kind of get one section of foliar growth and then another section of just blooms. And so when I see it start to fully die back like it is, then I usually come in and I pull it all out. I pull off all the foliar growth so that way it can shoot up its bloom spikes. But in that ring, I also want to pull out all of the grass that's in there and everything. And then I want to plant those violets that I've got. I think it'll be really, really pretty in there and it'll be super contained and it's not gonna be able to spread and take over everywhere. So easy day in the garden. And then I'm sure I'll find at least a couple more things to do. That looks a lot better. I mean, it makes it look like there's a lot more empty space. But now you can also see what I mean by the tree ring. So we raised this whole bed up. This is 14-inch. We went in with a tree ring to go around the tree right here. And that way we weren't covering the root flare. Otherwise we would have had to cover this tree a deep amount, and that's really, really bad for the tree. So now we don't have to do that because of the tree ring. It's just cut out right there. But I still planned to plant some things down there. And I think having that evergreen interest, and then it's going to have a border. So it's not going to be able to really go under. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't know. If I start to see it coming underneath, then I'll know it was an issue. and I probably shouldn't have done it, and it'll be a learning curve, and then I will try my hardest to remove it. But I think for now, going in and getting that planted, it's going to be really, really pretty. I do think I need to figure out some type of irrigation for inside there, so I might have to like tap in here and then go over so I can get some kind of irrigation into this area, because this is pretty dry. Willow trees are really, really thirsty trees. So I'm definitely gonna have to do something. It's not gonna be that complicated. It's just gonna be literally as simple as tapping into the brown lines that I have here and just going over the edge. I just prefer not to go over the edge on something if I can help it, because eventually these beds will all be mulched and you won't actually see the brown drip tubing irrigation, but you'll always see a black tubing going over that line. At this point, I think it is what it is. And really, you're gonna notice one teeny tiny little black tubing. It's 1/4 of an inch, where these are 1/2 inch. I think it'll be fine. Anyways, let's go ahead and get the first plant planted inside the tree ring. So I just set just the one in there, and I have 2 more of them. And I'm thinking the smart decision is gonna be plant all 3 of them in here. It'll be bigger impact faster. Then eventually this will be all green and really beautiful. And then I can see how it works in my garden, and I can make sure it's one that I actually love in my garden, rather than planting it and being like, holy cow, this is a lot of work, and I have it in 2 or 3 spots in my garden. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go grab the other 2, and I'm gonna pop all 3 of them into this small little bed here, and then I'll run irrigation. I'll run kind of like a 1/4 inch tubing of irrigation just around the tree. So that way these guys should be able to survive. Smartest decision, we'll see what happens. I don't always make the best decisions in the garden. My thought is it's a learning curve, it's an experiment. We'll see what happens. If I really truly end up hating it, I can take it out later and it's not gonna be that big of a deal. I'm sure it'll be a couple years of battle if I decide that I hate it. And I think that's a battle that I'm willing to fight. Okay, we got those in, and I just turned on the irrigation to test it to make sure that it's actually gonna work. And I get questions about irrigation. So we use the Ratio system. You can control it all from your phone. You guys, when we installed our Ratio, isn't that crazy? That's what the backyard looked like. We had just painted out the lines, and now we actually have, I don't know, this working garden. It's insane. Anyways, I just tied in back there, ran a black tube, and then just did a ring around this tree. Super easy. I underestimated at first how much I needed, and so I just did, it went from there to there, and then I just used a straight coupler, and I just went from there all the way back around over to the T. Like I said, super straightforward, and those guys should all get water. So the 1/4 inch has it every 6 inches, and then the 1/2 inch has it every 12 inches. And I just ran my irrigation just for literally 1 minute just to test, to make sure that it was actually running and working, and it was all good. And it's running, it's working, and it's all good. These little yellow finch come and visit us every single day, all day long. They're drinking out of the tops, and then they bathe in the bottom. That view is so spectacular with the sunlight just coming through and hitting the water at the end of the day. Primo, so perfect. Let's get the last impatien planted. I'm getting attacked by flies. So that is where today's project's actually gonna end. Brent and I have decided to go pick up stone tomorrow for the greenhouse, and I'm really excited about it. I think I found the perfect one, and I'm really, really excited about it. I'm gonna take you guys along with me. I'll take you guys along with what I need for it. Let me go back and I'll show you guys where it's going on the greenhouse, because I just want to show it to you. Okay, but first, look at this dahlia. This is the Pineland Princess. It's really pretty. It's very interesting. At least I'm pretty sure this is Pineland Princess. But look at that with the greenhouse in the background. It's gonna be so pretty. But I need stone for the outside of the greenhouse. And I found this white stone. It says it's from Texas. It's so beautiful. And I do see all these like beautiful Texas homes when I go out there to visit my mom. And it's got this white stone on it. I think it's like a limestone maybe or something like that. But to face the entire front of this in that stone, I think is gonna be so gorgeous. I'm really excited about it. And then I'm also hoping maybe he has some like tiles or something there, and we can look at maybe some flooring options for inside the greenhouse. I'm thinking I want to do stone. Maybe I should also do stone on the inside of the greenhouse. I don't know. I'm a little bit confused. I know I really want to do a checkerboard flooring inside there. I think that they're so pretty. I really, really love them if done right, in like 12 by 12 tiles. So like decent sized tiles, and have it be like some type of like faux marble or I don't know, some really pretty stone that's honed. So it's not like a shiny marble or anything like that, but then white Texas stone on the outside and probably the same matching stone on the inside. I think that's what I'm supposed to do, because if I do it on the inside and the outside, then it'll look like a solid stone structure, right? I don't know. Brent and I are about to measure to figure out how much stone that we actually need to go pick up tomorrow, and then we'll go get it. And I'm really excited about it. We won't be able to start with the stone tomorrow because we have to build the greenhouse, and then I think we put the stone on. I'm just here for the ride, if we're being honest. And it's the next day. Brent and I are literally headed out right now. He just went and picked up the trailer. This is gonna be so good. Yeah, we're gonna pick up the trailer to go get the stone. No, he already picked up the trailer. We're gonna go pick up the stone. It's a little early for my brain. The stone that I found, I think is going to be so perfect for it. I'm hoping that they actually still have it in stock. I messaged them about 5 days ago, and they said they had it. We just haven't been able to go pick it up. It's a little over an hour away, but if they have it in stock, it's going to be so pretty on this beautiful white stone. Let's hit the road. Let's get out there. Here is the limestone that I think we're going to get. Smooth on one side and then textured on the other side. And they've got pallets of it. This is exciting. So here are some of the bigger pieces, and then here are the corner pieces. So you can see they'll go like that, and then I'll probably do about a 1-inch spacing on them. But I think that's gonna be really, really nice. Okay, so we got it. We're just closing up the U-Haul right now. $640 for the stone. I thought it was gonna be about $500, but I forgot that corners are much more expensive. So we got the corner pieces and all of the stone, plus we did get a little extra because it's not going to fit perfectly like a puzzle, so the extra is going to be for if we need to cut pieces or whatever. And funny story, they were listing it on Facebook for sale, but this place isn't actually open to like the public. I guess they mostly do like online stuff, and the guy who owns it is listing it. And so I walk in, I was like, hey, yeah, I'm here to like look at some stone. And the people who were working here had no clue what I was talking about. And so they don't even have a way to like process card payment. And so I'm not going to list the place that we're getting this from, just because they said, they're like, yeah, we're not really open to like the public. So we're gonna go get cash, even though they already loaded it up, and then we'll have to come back and pay them. Okay, we are back home. I ended up getting super car sick on the ride back. I get car sick really, really badly. Got car sick. I've got these little motion sickness patches that usually help, and usually if we go on a drive that's more than like 30 minutes, I have a pillow that I take in the car, and I usually just try to like lay down in the car so I don't, like, I don't know, I don't use my phone or I don't do anything. I just got super car sick. We came home and I just passed out. My face is kind of puffy right now. Anyways, while I was asleep, I didn't know that Brent was doing this. He unloaded everything and it looks so good. I feel better now. I just had to sleep off the motion sickness. Anyways, let me turn the camera on and I'll show you guys. It's so much stone, and our corner cap's over there. And I think we might have got too many corner caps. The guy gave us a couple extra, but I mean, some of these pieces are massive. They're so big. Like, there's my hand in comparison to these guys, but they're really, really pretty. Some of the pieces did break. I mean, you can see like that one broke at like kind of a diagonal, which is fine, honestly. We got a few extra pieces anyways. We got like a 20% more than we actually needed, just because we knew we'd end up having to cut some pieces or whatever. You're always supposed to get extra. So we got extra pieces. And because it's not going to always fit, we knew that there would be pieces that we would end up having to cut anyways. I think it's going to be really, really pretty. Let me lay one of the pieces up against the foundation. Oh yeah, that's it. I'm so sold on that. That's going to be so pretty. Wow. I just can't believe that we picked up the stone. I knew I had been wanting basically this exact style of stone for this greenhouse, and I thought it was going to be so hard to source because it's from Texas. It's a Texas limestone, and it's so beautiful. I knew that's what I wanted, but I knew it would also be hard to source because I'm in California. And I was like, who's going to have Texas limestone? I'm not going to find exactly what I want. I'll try and find something similar. And I just happened to be scrolling Facebook, and I tell you guys all the time, I love Facebook Marketplace, because Facebook Marketplace, they just have everything. And I had been Googling Texas limestone, and then all of a sudden in my Facebook Marketplace pops up Texas limestone, and it was like an hour and like 30 minutes away from us, and it was so worth the drive. We spent $650 or $640 is what we paid, and then we had to rent the trailer, which was $28. So totally worth it. It's literally going to be exactly what I wanted for this greenhouse. I'm gonna hose it down really quick because I want to see if it changes color at all. It has a slight yellow tinge to it, and I think some of that might be some dust. So I'm gonna hose this thing down. I feel like it just got yellower. I think it'll still be good though. I guess if it has a yellow tinge to it, it's not the end of the world, right? Gosh, some of these were really dirty. I feel like this actually matches those better over there though, those corner pieces. It also, we'll see how it dries. You can see, like, look at that piece, has like a lot of yellow on it. These stones dry so quickly. They're already like really dry. I mean, they feel just cool to the touch. And a lot of that yellow did already disappear. So they're kind of back to like a nice white color, but there's no more like dust on my hands from them. Still really love it, and I'm very, very happy with this choice of stone. So I think the next step is just going to be waiting until the top gets here and getting the stone on. We were going to kind of wait to get the stone on until the greenhouse got here, and we were going to do it after. But Brent and I have kind of decided that we should just do it first, and we'll just get it on. We'll just start going for it, and then we will put the foundation on after. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Not the foundation, we'll put the top part on. The brain's not braining. Anyways, I think that that's gonna be it for this video. This was 2 days. It took us all day to really pick up the stone. We were at the stone yard for about an hour. It was about an hour and a half there, hour and a half back, and then it's a half hour to go pick up the trailer. So it was an hour in total picking up the trailer. So it's kind of a lot, and we didn't really even have to like go all that far. But we did get some things planted that I needed to get planted under the willow tree, and I don't know, it was a good couple days. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for visiting our garden, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.